I've reviewed over 100 laptops, and in this box is the one laptop that I've purchased with my own money, and it's the laptop that I use on a daily basis. You might be wondering, Ben, why would you buy a laptop when in fact you have been given hundreds of laptops over the past couple of years? And this is exactly the question that I'm looking to answer, because you might in fact be overpaying for a laptop that you want to purchase, but it might not even be the right performance for you. So first and foremost, let's dive into my daily workflow so you understand why I bought this laptop with my own money and help you ultimately make the best decision, because one of these 100 laptops might actually be the right pick for you. And we're going to talk through the different use cases for laptops throughout this video and help you understand why I came to the conclusion of this laptop for my personal needs. I spend about 50% of my work time behind the mouse of a desktop system with 4 different monitors. Now this system runs the entire production of my YouTube channel, so I can view all of my cameras at the same time. All of the footage loads directly into the computer so I can save time transferring files, and I have a ton of inputs in order to just speed up the efficiency of my recording workflow. I can edit 6K footage, I can have tons of different applications and folders open at one time in order to have my production workflow as fast as possible. Now I'm sitting on top of a Ryzen 9 3900X, 64 gigs of RAM, and an RTX 3050. However, filming and producing the content is only about 50% of the work that I actually do. I find myself at conferences like CES or coffee shops or just different places around my house because I don't want to always be within my studio working. And when I am doing that, I still need a laptop that has fantastic performance, but more importantly, great portability and even better battery life. So my favorite laptop will have to be something quite flexible, something that accounts for the other 50% of the work that I do on a weekly basis. So we have admin, I'm handling emails, video calls, research, texting, integrating with other tech that I use on a daily basis. So it's got to be flexible. Creative, thumbnails, design work on my channel in general, and then creating slide decks for whether it be brand deals or current sponsorships that I'm working on outside of brand deals. Editing, I need to review 6K video editing projects, be able to make tweaks, and then recommend to my editor how we proceed with those edits. Or I have to do a full edit. So if I'm out at CES, for instance, this past January, I did full 6K video edits on this device. For the full edits, I can either preview them and then bring them home and export them on my desktop system, or I have to actually export the entire project. So I need something that is capable of handling both of those types of work. And then lastly, leisure. I need to be able to surf the web, watch movies, easily travel with this device. So it needs to be flexible, powerful, and efficient. That's a lot to ask. Now, my perfect laptop might not be the right fit for you. I just threw my perfect laptop. You might need something with a little bit more GPU performance, like an RTX 4070, because you're doing 3D modeling or architecture. Or perhaps you're doing full 6K project with lots of different clips and layers and motion graphics. And on the device that I find to be my perfect laptop, that's not the kind of workflow that I am doing on the on-the-go, efficient, powerful, and flexible device. You might need something because you're a digital artist and you need a 2-in-1 laptop with a pen that has fantastic touch sensitivity on the screen. You're able to touch up photos or work on graphic design pieces with a pen, and you love that touchscreen functionality. You love the 2-in-1 flexible laptop that allows you to set up in easel mode so you can easily watch your favorite shows or movies while you're kicking back in your leisure time. You might want something a little bit more flexible, like the Samsung Galaxy Book 4 Pro 360, or you might want to combine both of those ideas into one laptop like the Asus Republic of Gamer Flow X16. You have a touchscreen laptop that is a 2-in-1 and comes with a dedicated GPU, the RTX 4070. Makes a great laptop for anybody working on motion design, 3D modeling, architecture, or digital art, or you're editing 6K footage, or you're kicking back during your leisure time, and you can set it up into presentation mode. Now, I've reviewed over 100 laptops, and if my favorite laptop does not fit your use case, whether it be 3D modeling, complicated 6K video editing, you're a digital artist or photographer, and you're thinking, okay, I want a little bit more of those features that you just discussed, I'm going to link up different models, my top picks, in the description below. Also, I filmed full dedicated videos for different professional careers, whether it be music production, 3D modeling, video editing, graphic design, digital art, photography, I film full videos to help you pick the right laptop for your needs. So, links in the description below if you want to check those out. My favorite laptop out of the over 100 I have been able to review recently is none other than the MacBook Air 15. Now, this is the M2 model, and I know that the M3 was just recently announced, and that is why I wanted to showcase the M2 as my favorite laptop, because the latest and greatest is not always the best, most absolute perfect pick. Okay, I am an extremely frugal person. Drives my wife crazy sometimes. And to me, bang for buck is always more important than what they're promoting as the latest and greatest. Okay, with this laptop, I can get 16 to 18 hours of battery life for admin and productivity and streaming video playback. I can edit 6K footage for over 5 hours and only use 40% battery. Okay, that's Premiere Pro in the timeline, editing 6K footage on a 4K timeline. I went ahead and exported out a total of anywhere from about 3 minute to a 5 minute in project length and about 9 to 12 minutes export time for 6K projects. So it was basically one 6K main roll and then 6K B-roll clips over that, exported out anywhere from 9 to 12 minutes. Now, I did my full test of the 9-minute 6K clip, put it into the laptop, exported out at 4K settings, and it took 35 minutes to export that. So a little bit on the lengthy side if you're gonna get into some longer projects, which is not what I'm using the laptop for. Remember, I have a desktop computer. Now, if you want to shoot 4K or 1080p, this thing is a dreamboat. I was able to export a 9-minute 4K clip in 5 minutes and 35 seconds. Now, keep in mind, the model that I have is 512 gigs of storage. That's what I recommend. 8 gigs of RAM. Okay, it's not even the 16 gig version, but on sale right now at bestbuy.com, you can get the exact model that I got here for $1,199. Or you can get the model with 1 terabyte of SSD and 16 gigs of RAM for, I think it was $15.99. So $300 off either model. Now, the reason I have the charger block out here, this is like one of those simple productivity hacks. You only need one dongle if you have the MacBook Air because it has 2 charger ports, okay? So you can go ahead and plug your iPhone in here, and you can go ahead and plug your computer in here, and you only ever need to bring one along with you. I just think that's so nifty and just simplifies all the cords and gadgets that you have to bring along when you aren't using a really nice slimmed out Mac ecosystem. Now, I love the fingerprint reader, logs me in super fast. The massive trackpad is great. I love the haptic trackpad. And then the keyboard is laid out very nicely. Large shift keys, love the spacebar. The typing experience is so nice. And then the camera is great. This is a 1080p camera. It just does such a good job for video calls. A lot of times I'll jump on a video call with my main 6K camera, but even when I don't take the effort to do that and I just use this, it's beautiful camera quality. This is the webcam on the Apple MacBook Air 15 and a little sample of the audio for you as well. Now, the biggest thing that I would probably complain about on this laptop is I wish that I had USB Type-C ports. I wish I had one more on this side of the laptop. Sometimes I just want to be able to hook up on this side, and the lack of a USB Type-C is just like probably the one negative that I dislike about the laptop. The color gamut range on the MacBook Air 15 reaches 100% sRGB, 97% Adobe RGB, and 100% DCI-P3. It is color accurate and very easy to look at. I've noticed when going between laptop screens, this one causes the least amount of eye strain for me when used. Now, earlier I was talking about flexibility and features, and honestly, texting linked up to my iPhone is super seamless. And then of course, being able to AirDrop whatever files I need from my phone to my computer is also a very intuitive and flexible process. Now, the one thing that shocked me about this laptop is there's no upward facing speakers, but actually the audio comes out from the keyboard. That was a design that Apple put together. And it is better audio quality than my wife's MacBook Pro 14-inch model. Check this out. Now let's get into Photoshop performance, because that's an area that I know a lot of people, including myself, are wanting to utilize this laptop for, whether it be designers, photographers, digital artists. Now, for me, this laptop is the absolute perfect amount of performance. It's able to score a 5,030 in the Puget Systems Creator Benchmark. So this thing is right on par with the laptops that are pricing out at around $1,800 to $2,200 and beyond. So that's something like the Spectre X360 with the Intel Core Ultra 7 processor and a dedicated GPU, or the Samsung Galaxy Book 4 Pro 360, which prices out at about, I think, $1,899. So bang for buck is amazing. The performance is nonstop. To me, it doesn't get any better for what I need. I'm gonna put links in the description below this video so you can check out the live pricing. And definitely check out the links in the description below for the other models, for the use cases that might better fit your needs in case my favorite laptop doesn't exactly fit how you're using your laptop on a daily basis. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.